Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Daria if you're new to my channel. And for the month of December, all of the yoga practices here on my channel will be themed around the holidays. So today's practice is called Spark Joy, and this class is just all about tapping into that feeling of joy in the body and in the movements. This is a little more on the challenging side today, probably an intermediate to advanced level class. And go ahead and grab a couple of yoga blocks if you have some available, or whatever prop you do have that's a similar shape and size. Whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll get started today from child's pose. So find your way there. Bring your toes to touch, the knees wide, and then walk it out until you can bring your forehead down to the mat. Stretch your fingertips as far forward as they'll go to really elongate through your spine, and then you can allow the elbows to soften down so that you can find relaxation into the shoulders, the arms, the hands, and the fingers. And begin to create a broadness through your shoulder blades, broadening the upper back. And settle into your space. Close your eyes and really just try to feel your body. Notice how you're arriving to your practice today. Check in with any physical sensations that arise. Notice any thoughts that pass through your mental space. And take a moment as well to notice how you're doing on an emotional level. And let all of this observation be completely without judgment. And begin to deepen your breath. Imagine that you're making broad paintbrush strokes with the breath up and down your spine. If you need to take a sigh, you can exhale out of your mouth and let go of anything that's kind of clinging right away, or any residue from the day so far, or yesterday, or the week prior. And then start to cultivate Ujjayi Pranayama. Equalize the length of your inhales and your exhales as you breathe in and out smoothly through the nose. And we'll just stay here for a couple more rounds of breath. And as you breathe here, begin to cultivate a feeling of joy through your body. What does joy feel like in your body and in your movement? And as we begin to flow through this sequence, continue to contemplate this idea. How can you keep the movement joyful? And start to press into your palms, lift your head. Walk your fingertips over to the right side of the mat, and you can stack the left palm on top of the right one, and then sit your left sit bone back toward your heels, creating a side body stretch. There's a little drawing in through the right side body so the left ribs can expand. Breathe here. Walk your fingers through center, and now to the left side of the mat. Right palm stacks on top of the left one. Drag back on your fingertips, and then open up the right side of your body. Walk back to center, and now climb your way up onto your hands and your knees into a tabletop. Align so that your shoulders are right over your wrists, the hips are over your knees, and then spread down into your palms and tack each individual finger pad down into the earth. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cows. As you inhale, soften the belly, lift your tailbone, and then stretch your sitting bones wide away from one another. Now, from the base of your heart, begin to reach forward. As you do this, you'll notice your shoulders roll down your back. Let the eyes lift as a natural progression of the arching of the back into your cow pose. Breathe out. Let your tailbone tuck underneath of you. Hug your inner thighs a little toward one another. And then get really hollow in the front body, like it's being suctioned or vacuumed up to your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale. Feel the ripple make its way through your spine from tailbone through the low back, then to the middle back, reaching from back of heart forward through front of heart. And lift your eyes up. As you breathe out, press down, hollow into the core, rounding the back, and create more space between all of your vertebrae. Now start to move with your own breath. Deep inhale to come into a cow. Full exhale to find your way into a cat. Just keep moving. Inhale and exhale. One more time here. If you'd like, you can glide the pelvis a little forward and back, adding some movement into the cat-cows. And then neutralize your spine. Tuck your toes under. Take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, lift your knees and start to shift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Claw into your finger pads. And then explore the shape. Where can you infuse more breath? Where can you elongate? And notice how your movements interact with one another. So, for example, you'll notice if you bend your knees a little more, you might have more space to stretch through the low back and to press your heart toward your thighs. Keep some length in the back of your neck so you're not crunching your chin to your chest. And then find steadiness into the hands and the feet. On your next inhale, lift your heels, round forward, high plank. As you breathe out, lower your knees, lift your tailbone, bend your elbows, and bring your chest and your chin to the mat. Untuck your toes, press the toenails down, and ripple through your spine into a cobra. Elbows stay micro-bent, shoulder blades are hugging together, heart is reaching forward. Take one more breath here, right into your heart space. And then come through hands and knees as you exhale. Tuck your toes, glide the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more times just like that, just simply waking up the body. Try to feel intuitively the waving actions through your spine. Inhale, heels rise, come forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Keep your core active as you lower. Untuck the toes, press the toenails into the earth. Ripple through your spine into cobra, breathing in. And then breathe out all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Elbows hug in tight to the ribs. Toenails down. Breathe in, cobra. Open the heart. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Hug your palms toward one another together. And as you do this, again, notice the reactions that occur from this initial action. The shoulder blades begin to broaden, helping the shoulders to move into external rotation here. Root your left toes. On your next inhale, stretch your right leg high, 3-legged down dog. Then stack right hip on top of the left one to bend your knee. Begin to explore, making circles through the knee, opening the hips. Keep pivoting the right side of your rib cage down toward the earth so the shoulder blades are staying square. The shoulders are staying square. You can reverse the rotation. Then on your next inhale, kick high, squaring your hips. As you breathe out, lift your left heel. We're taking a big, wide step forward with the right foot. So make a circle, look forward, and then step right foot outside of your pinky finger. Landing in a wide lunge, your back knee is still lifted. Press into your left palm. As you inhale, open into a twist, right fingertips up to the sky. Pull your feet together. As you exhale, Bend your right elbow and drive it down towards your inner ankle, sinking deep into the hips. 2 more like this. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, elbow to ankle. Keep squeezing your inner thighs even as you come into your depth. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Land your right palm inside of your foot. Sink your left knee down and then pivot your shin so that it is aligned or parallel with the back of your mat and it becomes like a kickstand here. Place your right palm inside of your foot and then inhale to turn your heart open. Left arm rises up to the sky. This is where it might be helpful to come onto fingertips, or you can even have a block inside of the right foot. Create a connection between the right knee hugging into your shoulder, but then press out from shoulder to knee. Turn the right ribs to the left ones. Take 1 more breath and stretch the left fingertips all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, pivot back to face forward. Left shin goes back behind you. Now, flex your right toes and drag back on your hips, coming into a wide half splits. You can come up onto fingertips and explore what it's like to turn your foot in and turn it out. So we're just getting into the outer lines and the inner lines of the leg a little more. Actively flex your toes, pull them back towards your shin. And just take 1 more breath, 1 more moment here to play. Now angle your right foot all the way in, bring the big toe and the pinky toe down, and then again, pivot on your left shin so it kickstands behind you. As you inhale, press down and come up to standing on the left knee. As you exhale, reach toward the original back of the mat. Bring your left fingertips down. Inhale, float the right leg up in line with your torso. Modified side plank, you can stay here, or as you exhale, kick the heel in toward the sit bone. Draw your shoulder blades together like a cactus through the right elbow, and then see if you can bring your hand and your foot to connect. Flex your toes into your hand. Activate your pelvic floor, so lift and then spread the breath through your heart space as you come into a front body expansion here. So kick your foot into your hand. Take 1 more breath in. And then as you breathe out, stretch the right leg back behind you, step it down and pivot to face toward the back of the mat. Place your palms and step into downward facing dog. As you breathe in, lift your heels and round forward high plank. As you breathe out, lowered chaturanga. Elbows hug the ribs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Heart shines forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. On your next inhalation, right toes stay rooted, left leg lifts high, 3-legged down dog. Then stack the hip, bend the knee. Make some circles. Shoulders square even though the hips are open. Make sure you're traveling in both directions with your circles. And then on your next inhalation, square your hips, breathe in, kick high, 3-legged down dog. As you breathe out, lift the right heel, big wide step out to the side. Foot lands to the outer pinky finger into a lunge. Press down into the right palm. Inhale, left arm rises to the sky, easy twist. Exhale, elbow drives down to your ankle. 2 more times. Inhale, pull your feet together. Exhale, elbow to ankle. Breathe in, look up. And breathe out to melt. Land the left palm and sink your right knee softly down behind you. Then pivot your back shin so that it angles with the back of the mat. Scoop the left sit bone underneath of you, and as you inhale, open up to the side of the mat. Right fingertips rise high. Press the left knee wider while simultaneously hugging the midline of your body. Turn your ribs. Inhale, right arm reaches forward to the top of the mat. Plug your shoulder into your body. And then exhale, pivot back to face forward. Right shin goes behind you. Flex the left toes and drag back on your hips until your leg comes towards straight. We're in a wide half splits here. And then play. spinning the leg and the foot to internal rotation and then external rotation. Or maybe you just want to shift back and forth from a lunge to a half splits. Just do what feels good. Keep it feeling joyful. And now turn the left foot in, root the foot flat like you're stamping it down. Spin on your back shin one more time. And then as you breathe in, rise up into standing on your knee, standing on your right knee or shin position. Inhale, reach forward, right fingertips to the top. Exhale, land your palm and float your back leg. Breathe in here in the modified side plank. Press your hips away from the earth. And then as you breathe out, you can kick your heel in and see if you can find a connection between hand and foot. Just take a couple breaths now to kick, inflate your heart. Keep it feeling sweet. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, left toes stretch back behind you, tuck them, and turn to the top of your mat, original top of your mat. Place your palms, lift your right knee, and step into downward facing dog. Just take a couple rounds of breath here, equalizing your inhales and your exhales. On your next inhalation, reach your right leg high. Exhale, stack right hip over left, bend your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog, square the hips. Exhale, pick up your left heel. Draw your right knee halfway to your left tricep. Then spin your back heel down, bend your knee deeply, and hook your right ankle outside of your left thigh. Keep both palms pressing into the earth for a moment, and just shift your hips up, back, into the right slightly. So you're sending the weight off the shoulder girdle and more into the legs. Now you're welcome to stay here or get heavier into the right palm and then cactus your left elbow, turning it open toward the long edge of your mat. Lift your gaze to the sky. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you can press down and stretch the left leg more towards straight as your arm reaches forward to the top of the mat. One more inhale and exhale. Turn to face the top of the mat. Hug your right knee to your chest. Inhale, three-legged down dog, kick high. As you exhale, big wide step all the way to the top of the mat. Right foot lands outside of your pinky finger. Come onto your fingertips and then spin your back heel down. As you inhale, open up into like an extended side angle, except the right fingertips are inside of your foot. Left arm rises to the sky. One more time, breathe in and stretch forward through the left arm. As you breathe out, press through your feet and rise up to stand. Use your strong core and your obliques. Landing in warrior two, you can readjust your stance as you need, then stretch out through your fingertips. Just take a moment here. Steady down through your feet. Find your breath. Feel that the breath is flowing through your full torso. On your next inhalation, reverse warrior. Right arm rises up and then lean back. Lengthen through both sides of your waist and revolve your heart up to the sky. One more inhale here. And now as you exhale, rise up to stand, draw your front leg towards straight and spin, pivot your right toes to point toward the long edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Come all the way down and drop your head at the bottom. Just take a few breaths here to explore. You can bend one knee and then the opposite knee. Shake out your head or whatever feels good in your body. Maybe stillness is serving better. If so, listen to that. On your next inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out of your spine. As you exhale, pivot your heels in and your toes out, then bend your knees deeply. Breathe in, press down, and rise to stand in goddess. As you breathe out, cactus your elbows. Imagine like you're pulling something heavy down from the sky. Hug your shoulder blades to the midline. Take one more breath here. And breathe out, stay. Inhale, press through your feet, rise up to stand. Exhale, turn your back toes in to 45-ish degrees. Front toes point forward into a Trikonasana stance. Widen your arms. Inhale, lean forward with the right fingertips, back with the left hip. As you exhale, right fingertips down outside of the foot. Again, imagine that your rib cage is turning. Right ribs are turning toward the left ones. Take smooth and steady breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, pivot to face the top of your mat. Place your palms, pick up your back heel, press down, round your spine, and just float back into downward facing dog. On your next breath in, left leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left hip over the right one, bend your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee through toward right tricep. Then back heel spins down. Root the knife edge of your foot and the heel. Flex the left ankle and hook it outside of your right thigh. And then sit your hips up, back, and a little to the left as you press off of the shoulders. Stay here with both palms rooted, or press more into the left one and cactus your right elbow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch your right leg towards straight-ish maybe. One more inhale. Good. And then exhale. Right palm down, hug left knee to your chest. Inhale, kick high. Exhale, big wide step. Left foot lands outside of your pinky finger. Come onto fingertips and spin your back heel down so the knife edge of your foot is parallel-ish to the back of your mat. Create that action of hugging the left knee into your shoulder while simultaneously pressing out, and then float your right fingertips up to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach forward. Open up the right side body. Now, press down through both feet evenly. Hug your inner thighs a little toward one another. Use your core and rise to stand in Warrior Two. Find balance between effort and ease. Where can you bring more ease? Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm rises all the way up and back. Draw in through your waist and then arc up and over. One more inhale. Exhale, press down, rise to stand. Left leg towards straight, then turn your toes to point toward the long edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, come down into your wide-legged forward fold. Another moment here to play. Maybe crawl your fingertips over toward one foot and get a little side body opening, and then go to the other side, or play wherever you are with whatever is feeling good in your body. Find your way back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heels in, toes out. Bend your knees. Breathe in and rise to stand in Goddess. As you breathe out, cactus your elbows. Just take one more breath here, inhaling. Exhale, can you sink a little deeper? Inhale, press down, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, turn your back toes in, open your arms. Breathe in, reach forward. Breathe out, Trikonasana. Left fingertips down to your shin, your ankle, maybe the foot or the outer foot. Try to stack the right hip onto the left one. One more breath in, reach forward. As you breathe out, pivot to the top of your mat. Plant your palms. Float your back heel, press down, round your spine, use your core, and suction your left leg into your body as you step back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Find your foundation again. And let's go through this sequence one more time on each side, and we'll add on a little. Breathe in, reach your right leg high. Breathe out, stack your hip and bend your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, lift your left heel. Hug your right knee through towards your left tricep. This time, spin your back heel down and see if you can kick your right leg all the way through to the left side of the mat without putting it down. Lift your left arm high, squeeze your inner thighs, and then take one more breath out to stretch forward through the left arm. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to your chest, left palm roots. Inhale, kick high. Exhale, big wide step forward to the top of your mat. As the right foot lands, spin your back heel down. Inhale, open up, left arm to the sky, turn your heart open. Exhale, reach the left arm forward to the top of your mat. Breathe in, press down through your feet, and rise to stand in warrior two. As you breathe out, just sink into your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior, all the way up and back. Exhale, press down, rise to stand, this time right away into Trikonasana. Reach forward through the right fingertips, back through the outer left hip. See if you can bring your right palm flat to the earth. Now, turn your right ribs to your left ones. Really anchor down into the knife edge of your back foot, the left foot. See if you can press down so much into your right hand and your left foot that you can begin to float your right leg away from the mat and glide it back out to the side. Inhale here. Good. As you exhale, cross your thighs. So right thigh on top of the left one, coming into an eagle leg variation. Maybe right toes thread behind left calf. Take one more breath. Stretch the left leg towards straight. Arc your hips away from the earth. And then as you breathe out, find your way back into downward facing dog. Second side, last round. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, stack your hip and bend your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee through toward the right tricep. Back heel spins down, kick your leg through, but don't put it down, keep it hovering. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach forward. One more breath in. And then breathe out, right palm down, left knee to your chest. Inhale, kick. Exhale, step forward, left foot wide to the top of your mat. Back heel pivots down. Breathe in, turn your chest open, bending deeply into the left knee. Breathe out, press down, rise to stand in warrior two. Take one breath here just to find your feet and your alignment. Inhale, reverse warrior, arc all the way up and back. Exhale, rise to stand, left leg towards straight. Then reach forward with an inhalation, back through the outer right hip. And as you exhale, find triangle. Try to bring the left palm flat to the earth. Turn your heart open, then press really firmly down into your back foot and your left palm, claw the mat. See if you can pick up your toes first, left toes, and then maybe press so much that the heel can float and you can glide your leg to the side. Good. From here, find eagle legs, left leg over, right leg under. Bend your knees deeply. Once you've found the wrap, press more into left hand and right foot. Draw your leg towards straight and just arc into a really joyful side body opening stretch. Inhale. Exhale, step into downward facing dog. Take a few clearing breaths. Full inhale through the nose. Wash it out with an exhale, sigh. One more time, inhale. Open mouth, sigh, release. Come on down to your knees. And then lower to a seat. Just an easy seat into Sukhasana. Feel your sit bones root. Feel your knees falling wide, and let your pelvis be heavy even as your spine is buoyant and light and lifted. Palms can face either up or down on your thighs. Close your eyes here and just take a moment to notice. Notice any areas in your body that have activated and lit up with the movement. Notice all of the effects of the energy that you've created so far. Blink your eyes open. Bring your palms facing down on your thighs and just begin to make some circles with your ribs. So leaning forward and then back. Let this movement be intuitive. It doesn't need to be anything technical or fancy. And go a few times in one direction and then reverse. Use your breath. Then neutralize your spine, interlace your fingers. As you inhale, stick your butt back, lift your heart to the sky, and just open through your chest. Arms up, gaze up. As you exhale, you can round in, press your palms forward, and hug your belly button to your spine, leaning back a little. Again, inhale, butt back, heart up, gaze up. And exhale, palms forward, lean back. Neutralize your spine. Breathe in. Rise all 10 fingertips up. As you breathe out, left fingertips root at the base of your spine, and then right palm crosses to outer left thigh, coming into an easy seated twist. So imagine with every breath in that your spine is being filled up with water. And then with every breath out, it's like you're wringing that water out, every last drop. Turn from your rib cage up. Next, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right fingertips down at the base of your spine, left palm to outer right thigh. The inhale creates length. The exhale creates depth. Begin to unwind and send your feet forward to the top of your mat. Reach your arms forward, inhale. Exhale, roll all the way down to lying on your back. Go slow for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and release. Let the back of your head land, and then lift your feet up to the sky. And we'll take happy baby. So you can grab the shins, the ankles, or the outer feet. Draw your knees down and let your thighs, your inner thighs, wrap around your rib cage. So you're kind of hugging into yourself. Feel the low back, the sacrum, pressing toward gravity. Close your eyes. And let this stay playful. Let it stay happy, joyful. So explore and do whatever you want to do. Nobody's watching. Let your body be your guide. And now draw yourself into a tight ball. Wrap yourself up. Forearms around the shins. Lift the shoulder blades. Curl your chin to your chest. Take a breath in here. And then an exhale. Feel this exhale through your whole body. This big release, opening up into Savasana. Arms and legs get heavy and wide. And imagine that your skin is softening. Let yourself just melt here for a few minutes of rest. start to come back into your body and feeling the tingly after effects of your movements. And imagine as you start to deepen your breath that your body is filling up with this warm, glowy light. And that's spreading through every cell, every muscle, every tissue. Start to wake up your fingers on your toes. And then find your way into a long body stretch on an inhalation, reaching long. On an exhale, just let yourself melt to one side for a fetal pose, relaxing here, head to bicep, hands to the earth. And then press down and find your way up into a comfortable seat. Try to keep your eyes closed and stay inside all that glowy warmth. And then as you arrive in your seat, draw your palms to meet at heart center. Take a moment now to consider what would spark joy for you today. And once you have a clear sense of what might bring you joy, ask now, how can you help to spark joy for those around you, for others? Finally, find a moment of gratitude for your body and for yourself for showing up for this practice today. Take a deep inhale. Cleansing exhale. Lift your heart to your thumbs and then tuck your chin down towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and your space and your time with me today. I hope that this practice brought some joy into your day or your nights, and I hope you're doing really well wherever you are. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, you can do that down below. You can also join as a monthly donation member, and both of these really help to support me. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you soon in the next class. Bye.